Yes, good morning YouTube. It's been a while. Hair's looking fucking shit. It was shampoo day yesterday, and for anyone that doesn't know, after you shampoo for like the first couple days, it just looks shit, especially the next day. But anyway, today got a full day of eating, training day, and it's also a day that I work. So basically I have 3 meal plans essentially. They're pretty much the same, but I've got 2 training day, 1 non-training day. The 2 training days are for when I'm working and when I'm not working, purely because I can't eat a meal when I'm at work. So I have a protein shake basically with a fat source in it when I'm at work, so I can drink that as I work basically. But you'll see how I set up my eating throughout the day, and then I'll do another video at some point showing you what it looks like on the days that I don't work, so you can see the difference. But the way I start my day is I need to leave at 7, and I get up at 5:40, and within 5-10 minutes after I brush my teeth, wake myself, gone to the toilet, I'm on the treadmill doing steps like you can see and hear that I'm doing now. While I'm doing steps, I basically prep my drink the morning before. So I put my like hydration electrolyte thing in the bottle, and then I leave it on my desk, and then in like a glass Tupperware I have my glutamine, creatine, and then at the moment glutathione, and I just drink that while I do my steps. So I'll be on here for like anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes, and then I'll go downstairs, make breakfast / meal 1, depending on how hardcore you are, will depend on what you refer to meal 1 as. And then I'll do another like 10 minutes of steps. But yeah, for now I'm going to polish off the rest of these. While I'm doing this, obviously I'll drink, and I'll get back to any client messages that have come in overnight, and yeah, you'll see me at meal number 1. So nearly done chefing it up. I'll flip the camera around in a second. We have got 175 grams sourdough, 100 grams smoked salmon, 2 eggs, spinach, tomatoes, and 150 grams fruit. I'll spin the camera around and show you. So yeah, it's just coming up. Still got a bit more in there. Salmon, eggs, spinach ready to go, tomatoes in there, and some fruit. And I will show you the finished product when it's done. So finished up, it's all on the plate now. Show you the finished product. Look at that, 2 eggs, bit of sriracha on there, some fruit, and a whole lot of fucking sourdough. So yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs, eat this, do some more steps, and then go off to work, because I work in the mornings and in the afternoons, and then I have a gap in the middle of the day. So catch you at meal number 2, which will be the pre-workout meal. Right, so back from the first stint of work. So basically what happens is I go to work for a bit in the morning, I then come back, then have a bit basically in the middle of the day. So from about 9 till 2:30, I have not working, and then I work in the afternoon. So it's split up morning and afternoon. So obviously I go and train during that time. When I come in, what I do is I get changed in my gym clothes first of all. But first thing is I'll flip the camera around and show you. But basically the night before, I will prep my rice and wash it and stuff like that. It'll be in the rice cooker. So I come in and I literally just flick it on at the switch. It's ready to go. So that'll be my post-workout meal and meal 5 for today. And then what I will do is I will go on a walk. It's like a 15-minute walk, and then I will make the pre-workout meal, which is going to be cream of rice, the goat. For me, it's just, it feels weird if I have something else pre-workout. Like I can, but it's just, for me, like when I eat that, I'm like, right, I'm ready to go train now. So yeah, you'll join me back when it's time to make that. But I just thought I'd show you that I basically make my day impossible to fuck up by the night before, the day before, just prepping stuff. Like even little things like this, where like I even have my intro ready the night before. Like I put my intro in here, which is 30 grams of carbs and some EAA, just so I'm not faffing around and wasting like an extra 5 minutes. I've got that 5 minutes in the evening to do that. You know, like I wash my rice when I'm making my last meal, and I'll prep my intro when at some point the day before. It's just about creating an environment that's conducive towards your goal. And if you can give yourself no reason to veer off plan and fail, the likelihood of that happening is just going to like go down. So that is my top tip for right now, is just make your environment conducive towards your goal. Make it harder to actually fail than it is to to succeed. You know when you see you're watching a football game and you see someone miss a shot and you're like, I think that was actually harder to miss than it was the score. That's how you want to structure your daily life, your daily routine, because when stuff does hit the fan, it's going to be a lot easier to find ways around it than constantly being off plan and then just thinking like, press the fuck it button. The more that goes out the window, the more people tend to be like, oh, I'm just not going to do anything then. And obviously that's a whole different conversation itself. But if you can make more things go right in the day than go wrong, when something does potentially go wrong or is a little bit inconvenient, it's going to be a lot easier to keep a cool head and not press the fuck it button. Yes, people, you join me. Meal number dos, cream of rice, pre-workout meal, 115 grams cream of rice, 40 grams whey, 100 gram blueberries, 20 gram dark chocolate, and salt and low salt. Trying to think if there's anything else. No. Number one tip when it comes to making cream of rice, first of all, evenly shaped bowl, a bit deeper. I find it microwaves a bit better. Step by step, cream of rice in the bowl first, 1:4 or 1:5 ratio, somewhere in the middle. If you want to get super technical with it, 1 to 4.4, so 100 grams cream of rice to 440 water, for example. I have 115 grams cream of rice, so I do about 460, 500 water. But if my appetite goes, which it never does, I don't think I've ever had a problem with appetite, I'll just reduce the volume, so on and so forth. But yeah, I'll have this and I'll have this, and then I'll train like 60 to 90 minutes, not even really 90 minutes, to be honest, 60 minutes, maybe 70 minutes after. It's about a 30-minute drive to the gym. When I'm prepping this, I also take the rice out of the rice cooker that you saw me flick on earlier, so that will be for the post-workout meal. So there's 220 grams of rice, raw weight rice in there, and then 100 grams will be for meal 5 tonight, and 120 grams will be for post-workout, which is basically just chicken and rice. And then you saw the intro that I prepped as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get this down. I don't eat with a baby spoon. If you eat with a baby spoon, you're a fucking melt. I'm joking, do whatever you want, but it's a bit weird. But the teaspoons, like it's a bit weird because they're short and then you've got to get into a deep bowl. So purchase yourself some Sunday spoons. This is what these are called, dessert spoons, Sunday spoons. You can get proper in there. Helps you slow it down, because that's the one thing that I am awful at sometimes, is eating slow. And it's not because I'm in a rush, it's just because I'm so hungry, like I'm always hungry. So yeah, that's my number one tip for cream of rice, is invest in a Sunday spoon. But I'm gonna scran this and then you'll see me for the post-workout meal, and I'll give you a little bit of a rundown about how upper 2 went today. And I've got an extra 2 sets of pec deck in there, so super excited for it. Yes, boys and maybe girl, shout out girlfriend. Post-workout meal going down. As discussed earlier, I've already eaten some raspberries, but 100 grams raspberries in a mug, because don't need to be wasting a whole bowl for it. Then got, can I show you it? 150 grams chicken, paprika and garlic on that. 120 grams raw weight rice, bit of cinnamon on top of that over the whole meal, and then a couple florets of broccoli and sweet chili jam, Nando's sweet chili jam, the goat. Then obviously salt over the top of that. Upper 2 went down, was a solid session. Unfortunately, so normally I train 5 days a week, 2 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. And I trained Monday, then my car went in for MOT and I did not get it back on the Tuesday. So I had to miss Tuesday's lower, which is a bit disappointing because I enjoy training lower. But regardless, had 2 extra rest days, went into today, fucking good session. 2 extra sets on the pec deck, which is nice. I prefer that over pressing, but going to get this down. Typically what I'll do is, so like I said earlier on in the video, I have 2 different meal plans, one day for when I'm working, one day for when I'm not. When I'm working, post-workout meal is this. When I'm not working, it will be cream of rice and whey, and then I'll have chicken and potatoes as a meal 4. Meal 4 today will be the meal that I have at work, and it's literally just 40 grams of whey, water, and 30 grams of almond butter, and that's obviously in the shake. And I'll have that at about halfway through work. And then I will have meal 5 when I'm back, but I will show you, you'll probably see me briefly at the next meal, which will be in my car before I start work. And then you'll see me at meal 5 for probably my favourite meal of the day, because it's just fucking beautiful. But anyway, I'm going to get this down me because I need to eat this, get some steps in, get back to clients, do some coaching work before I start work. So I will see you at meal number 4. Keeping up with the Spanish this video. Yes, people, you join me in the kitchen. I completely forgot to record it in my car before work because dog just decided to shake as soon as I speak. But basically, at work, I have a protein shake with 40 grams whey. I used Naughty Boy white chocolate caramel biscuit, decent. I find Naughty Boy whey as a shake is better than Perform. Perform tastes a little bit better, but the actual texture of the Naughty Boy whey as a shake is a lot better. It's a lot thicker. So yeah, 40 grams whey, like 500 ml of water, and then 30 grams of almond butter in that. Shake it up, it's quite nice. You get some crunchy almond butter in there as well. It's nice way just to drink as I'm walking around. But about to cook up meal 5, which is 150 grams mince, 100 grams rice, which I've already cooked, is just in Tupperware in the fridge, which I'll heat up in the microwave. And then we got 30 grams kimchi, 50 grams avocado, and then 150 gram veg, and I'll do 75 peppers, 75 beetroot, and then I'll put some sauce and some salt over the top, and then 100 grams of mango. Best fucking meal, team savoury meal, last meal of the day. But before I start chefing it up, like I've spoken about a little bit about this morning, is prepping for the next day. So training day for me tomorrow, I only have one rice meal, so it's less rice. So I'm going to be putting in 75 grams of rice into the cooker of rice. And I won't wash it tonight, but I will wash it in the morning when I make meal 1. But if I was working tomorrow, then I would wash it now, just because it's a lot more rice. It takes a little bit longer to wash, and it's a lot more convenient as I flick it on. And I've got less time in the morning, but I've got a bit more time in the morning because all I've got to do is check-ins. But I will put the rice in there, 75 grams for tomorrow, wash that, and then I'll also prep my intra for tomorrow, which is the same 30 grams carb powder / 30 grams carb and EAA. And that will be basically my prep for tomorrow done. When I got back in from work, I just did the last bit of steps. My step goal is 10K. I got in, I was on like 9.5, but I always do a 10-15 minute walk, either outside or inside. It's pouring down with rain, so inside. When I get in from work, just because it's nice to have that before my last meal. So I'm finishing the day on about 11,000. I know, shock, but I'll do that regardless. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I like that walk before my last meal. And then I'll have a shower, because if you shower in the morning over in the evening, you're fucking weird. It's team shower in the evenings always, because you've just been out of the house all day, presumably at work, at the gym, whatever, and then you're going to get into bed with all that on you. Nah, as soon as you're in the house for the rest of the evening, get yourself in the shower, not in the bath because you bathe in your own filth, fucking grim, and then chill, and I'll get my blue light blockers on, I'm actually going to watch a YouTube video for a bit, and then I've still got a bit of time before bed, so I'll watch some Office. And then, yeah, I've got check-ins tomorrow morning, so I'll be up at the same time roughly. I get up 5:40 for work, 6 o'clock or maybe 6:15 on a day that I'm not working, just to not catch up on sleep, but just have a little bit extra sleep. But yeah, check-ins tomorrow with the guys and girls. Fucking excited for it. Anything else to address? I don't think there's anything really else, to be honest with you. Nah, pretty boring. I won't lie. If you've got to this far, I feel sorry for you. My day-to-day life is fucking monotonous, which is why I struggle to make YouTube videos, because I just think they're so boring. My videos are boring, not because I'm boring. I'm not a boring person, but my life is boring to watch. Like, I do the same thing every day. Like, my life is so robotic. I go on the same walks at the same time, I eat the same meals, I do the same training plan, I go to bed and I wake up at the same time. Like, that is just my life, and I love it. Like, it's not boring to me, but I can understand why it can be boring to others, and I don't want to bore people. But I think that's why people watch these videos, right? Is they like to see what people are doing. They like to see like the boring stuff, and they like to see, even though it is the same thing every day, people still get interested about what I eat, or what people eat and what they're training and stuff like that. So I do try and keep it up. But yeah, that will be it for at the moment. I'll show you the meal when it's chefed up, because it's fucking beautiful. But yeah, I'll catch you when the meal is finito. Also, if you are an NFL watcher, comment down below if you're staying up this Sunday to watch the Super Bowl. I am a Seattle Seahawks fan. We're going to fucking win it. I don't care. Like, it's going to be a close game. It should be high scoring. Even though our defense is probably the best in the league, it should be high scoring. It's going to be fucking good. Doesn't start till 11:30. So although I said my life's boring, I'm staying up late that day. I will not be going to bed probably till about 3-4 a.m. But always put the next day off work anyway, because I've always done that when I stay up and watch it. But my Seahawks are in the Super Bowl. If you watch the NFL, let me know. If you watch the NBA, let me know. I'm not too clued up on I watch the NBA, but I don't follow it as much as the NFL. But if you do watch either, let me know what team you support, how are they doing, if you're watching the Super Bowl. If not, catch you in the next meal. Welcome back to the same spot. Last meal, chefed up in the mug, 100 grams frozen manjo. And then, as described, the bowl, the goated bowl right here. Look at that. Mate, that's fucking beautiful. Hashtag team 5 a day. Hashtag savoury meal. Hashtag eat your fruit and veg. Stop being a fucking pussy and having a greens powder or doing nothing at all. And need to put a few cracks of pepper on top. Unreal. Yeah, but that's it for today's full day of eating. Probably do another one. They seem to do quite well. People seem to like to see food. But if you've got any questions, drop them below or give me a DM on Instagram, Josh Dandy. Of course, coaching in the bio. I'll coach anyone as long as you're willing to do the work and are dedicated. You don't have to be a robot. You don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to fucking enjoy the whole time. Obviously, that is the aim, but realistically, you're not going to enjoy every single day of anything in your life. But some things are worth the suffering sometimes. So that's it. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Make sure you go to bed on time.